Okay, hopefully in this session I will finish the Coco route. Now there is one more route in here besides the Coco route, and the Steam achievement list calls it the BW route. Well, BW could mean many things, but my guess it would be Blinkwinkle, a Blinkwinkle route. Now, usually with these visual novels, what makes these Let's Plays kind of fun is that I get to speak into the microphone my guess as to what the twist is going to be. Well, what's particularly bad about this one is that because I already played the original game, I have really nothing to guess the twist with. And I already know what the twists are because I already played the original game. But you go, oh, but there's one thing you don't know. And that is this new route, this BW route. You don't know what happens in that route, right? So you could guess. But I have no idea. The story ends at the end of the Coco route. Like, there isn't really any more story to tell that would require another route of the characters in Lamu. Ever17 famously does not tell the full story of its universe. It doesn't give you all the backstory of all the characters. So the whole thing is kind of like a lot of vagueness, but it gives a complete and very detailed description of all the possibilities that can occur in Lamu in these 7 days that make up these two incidents. And so there isn't really anything else to tell. So I don't know what they've come up with for this last route. I have no idea. I really just have no idea. But I guess it prompts you to think about it a little bit, so you have something to say before going into it. Anyway, let's go.
そして、俺につぐみ、ピピにチャミ、みんな助かった。
Also, you, Tsugumi, me, Pipi, and Chemi all are safe.
どうやら勝負は俺の勝ちのようだな。どうだつぐみ、希望はあっただろ？
Looks like I've won the bet. What do you think, Tsugumi? There was hope, wasn't there?
そうね。私の負けだわ。
That's right, I lose.
世の中は絶望ばかりじゃない。希望もあったのね。
The world isn't just despair, there was hope. Tsugumi admits defeat, but she seems happy.
どんな困難で絶望的な状況だって希望が胸にあれば運命に立ち向かうことができるんだ。
Accidentally hit a key. Yes, no matter how difficult or hopeless the situation is, if you have hope in your heart, you can fight. You can stand up against fate.
だから希望は絶対に手放しちゃダメなんだ。
You can't let hope go. This is so cheesy. I hate this. I guess I won't. Tsugumi puts her hand on Takeshi's shoulder. Hand.
だからつぐみ、これから先何があっても希望を手放さないでくれ。
So, Tsugumi, from now on, no matter what happens, don't let go of hope. Takeshi covers Tsugumi's hand with his shoulder, on his shoulder with his own.
わかったわ。希望は手放さない。絶対に。
Understood. I won't let go of hope ever again. No one talks like this. Tsugumi puts her other hand on top of his. Clang. Apparently when the battery runs out, it makes a clang noise.
今の音、何？
What was that sound just now?
さあね。
I don't know. Suddenly a loud sound echoes in the narrow submarine.
何の音？
What's that sound?
わからん。
No idea.
おい、そっちの画面になんか出てないか？
Hey, what's the light on that screen over there? The monitor behind Tsugumi is
な
flashing.
んて書いてあるのかしら。
What does it say?
そっちの方が近いんだから振り向いて自分で見ろよ。
Since you are closer, just turn around and look for yourself.
いやよ。
I don't want to.
見たくない。
I don't want to look at it.
嫌な感じがするから。
I have a bad feeling.
わがまま言うなよ、お前。
Don't be so paranoid. Takeshi peers into the monitor.
どれどれ？
Let's see.
電源バッテリー不足。
Battery low.
だとさ。
Is what it says. Well, low doesn't mean out. I guess it doesn't say battery low until you've ran out. All of a sudden, the lighting inside the submarine goes out. All the monitors go black, and electronic instruments fall silent. Only the analog pressure gauges are functioning properly. Current depth, 63 meters. Internal pressure, 12.5 atmospheres. What are we going to do? Tsugumi squeezes out a voice.
大丈夫。大丈夫だって。
It's okay, we'll be
そ
fine.
んな泣きそうな顔すんな。
Don't make us such a sad face. Depth, 64 meters. So I thought IBF was 7 times 17 meters deep, which was 119 meters. I don't know if they changed that in the remake or not. So I don't know why they have to be at 12.5 atmospheres still if they're basically halfway up. Okay. Without proper propulsion for ascent. I think Gridstock's at 51 meters, right? So not up to Lemieux yet. The submarine begins to slowly sink. Remaining air pressure, 0. Ballast tank storage failure.
やれやれ。ポンコツタクシーだ。
Well, well, this taxi's a piece of crap.
田舎道だとすぐエンストしちまう。
Stalls out pretty quickly on country roads like this.
困ったもんですな、お客さん。
It's going to be a problem for the passengers. Bad mass airflow sensor, we're running lean all the time, and so sometimes we just stall. Depth 65 meters. Takeshi spots another hatch on the floor towards the back of the submarine. The hatch has 2 layers. The inner side is reinforced with glass and FRP, while the outer side has a high tensile steel door.
なあ、底面のハッチを開けたら圧力差分の空気の噴出で浮上できると思うか？
Hey, do you think we could surface by opening the outer hatch and expelling air?
無理よ。
No
ま
way.
っすぐ浮上できるとは思えないし、勢いなんてたかが知れてるわ。
I doubt we'd ascend straight up, and there wouldn't be enough momentum.
だいたいバランスも考え
And
ない
then
で
sink
そんな
worse
ことをすれば、
afterwards.
転覆浸水するのは目に見えてる。
Besides, if we do something like that without considering balance, the sub will definitely flood and capsize.
それに少しは浮上できても、抜けた空気分だけ早く沈んでいくだけよ。
Even if we manage to surface little, we'll just sink right back down after.
余分な圧搾空気だってないんだから。
We don't have any extra compressed air.
だいたい潜水艇を浮かべるための浮力が不足してるの。
Besides, we don't have enough buoyancy to make this sub float in the first place.
浮力。
Buoyancy.
バラストを捨てないと。
We need to get rid of the ballasts.
バラスト。
The ballasts. It looks like Takeshi has remembered
本来
something.
ならバラストのバルブは電動制御される。
Normally, the ballast valves are electronically
だ
controlled,
けど今は
but there's no manual override. Maybe there is, and the characters just don't find it, so this is all just dramatic irony. But now, Takeshi glances at the depth gauge. Depth 66 meters.
とりあえず落ち着こう。
Let's just calm down for now.
この沈降速度の遅さからしてあとちょっぴりだけ船体が軽くなればいいんだよな。
Considering how slow our descent is, we just need the hull to be a little lighter.
全体重量に対してせいぜい数十キロといったところだろう。
In terms of total weight, it's probably just a few tens of kilograms, right?
そこいらの機械をいくつか引っこ抜いて片っ端から捨ててみるか。
Should we try pulling out some of the machinery around here and tossing it overboard?
簡単に引っこ抜けると思う？
Do you think it'll be easy to pull the machinery out?
いや、がっちり溶接されてるしな。素手じゃ難しそうだな。
Well, they are probably tightly welded in place, so it might be difficult barehanded.
あいにく今は何の道具の持ち合わせもないし。
It doesn't seem like we have the tools we need.
やっぱり無理
Guess
よ。
it's impossible after all. Sumi bites her lip and looks down. Depth 67 meters.
ぬか喜びしちゃったわね。
We got ahead of ourselves, didn't we?
結局
In the end. Tsugumi cuts herself off. Frustrated, her shoulders tremble and she gives a weak laugh.
バカみたい。
I'm so stupid.
私バ
I'm
カみたい。
so stupid. Then Tsugumi lowers her head and breaks down in tears. Takeshi's face grows resolute as he watches Tsugumi crying. Huh? I hear Tsugumi gasp.
何やってるのよ。
What are you doing?
何ってお前、見てわからないか？
What do you mean? You can't tell? Tsugumi opens the hatch in the floor and jumps inside. Then he closes the double hatch. Tsugumi tries to turn the handle of the hatch. Takeshi has locked it from the inside. Well, the inside of the airlock would be the outside of the sub. Anyway, hey, open it right now. Come on, open it. Tears spill from Tsugumi's eyes. She desperately pounds the glass with her fists, wet from tears. Takeshi, looking troubled, just stares at Tsugumi crying on the other side of the hatch, and wastes time in doing so. Depth 68 meters. Takeshi, open it, please. Depth 69 meters. Hey, what are you gonna do? Depth 70 meters. Depth 71 meters. Depth 72 meters. Depth 73 meters.
つぐみ、
Hey, Tsugumi,
アルキメデスの原理って知ってるか？
do you know about Archimedes' principle? Tsugumi? With her eyes as wide as they can go, she looks at Takeshi through the glass. Takeshi squats down and reaches for the external hatch directly below him. The water won't come in due to the difference in pressure, and even if it does flood, the double hatch will protect Tsugumi. Takeshi slowly starts to turn the handle. Please, don't leave me alone anymore.
大丈夫。もうお前は一人じゃない。
It's okay, you're not alone anymore.
それに、俺は
And besides, just as he starts to speak, Takeshi suddenly opens the hatch at the bottom of the sub. The words he was about to say, they are words he couldn't promise. It's basically, besides, I'm not gonna die. Basically, no, he says, besides that, and then just leaves. Takeshi. Which I think is different. Didn't in the original game, Takeshi says, I'm not gonna die? And then dies? I think so. I guess they changed it. Anyway. The dense air inside the airlock is pushed out due to the difference in pressure. Takeshi is pushed out with it. Somehow that doesn't make up for the weight of losing Takeshi. Takeshi can't hear Tsugumi's voice anymore. 74 meters. Her voice can't reach him underwater. Her figure flickers behind the glass. Her tear-soaked, distorted face. Soon the image is refracted by the water. 75 meters. Takeshi grabs onto the frame of the submarine to support himself. He firmly closes the hatch from the outside. He can't see her anymore. He's not capable of seeing her. 76 meters. Takeshi releases his support and kicks away from the hull. His body dances into the blue world. Apparently he still sinked until he pushed off of it. Anyway, he then sinks to the bottom of the sea. Interestingly, they changed the Tsugumi ending so that he then starts swimming for the surface. But then they actually when they got to the Coco ending, they had to make it make sense with the old Coco ending. So they made it so that he sinks again. Beyond his field of vision, he can see a faint light. That light slowly rises as if aiming for the sky. He reaches out to that light, to a light that he would never reach. Tears flow out of his eyes. They dissolve into the seawater. Everything he can see melts into the water. He doesn't want to witness what lies ahead of the ocean covered by the blue darkness. He really doesn't want to witness it. Back in the world of 2034, I find myself crying. An indescribable warmth surges within me. Okay, so he's still in Himmel, he's not on Insel Null. So he was an Insel Null while seeing this vision in the original game, if you're wondering the differences. It's a single short word condensed with all emotions. Dad. It's the other me's. These are Hokuto's emotions. Emotions surge like a dam breaking, cursing hotly through his body. Sadness grips his chest and emptiness carves a large hole in my heart, and his heart, whatever. I place my hand on my chest and fall to my knees.
そうだ。
That's right.
たけしは
Takeshi
たけ
is.
しは死んでしまったんだ。
Takeshi died.
2017年の世界で
In the world of 2017,
たけしの人生は終わったんだ。
Takeshi's life ended.
どうやら 本当に見えたみたいね。
Looks like you really saw it. Yuhara looked at me. She looked slightly surprised. I glare at
ど
her.
うして僕にあんなシーンを見せるんだ。
Why'd you show me something like that? I cry out while sobbing.
ごめんなさい。だけど、あなたには見えたんでしょ？
I'm
本当
sorry,
の
but
たけしの最後が。
you saw it, didn't you? How Takeshi truly meets his end.
ああ、見えたよ。本当のたけしの最後が。海に沈んでいくたけしの最後が。
Yeah, I saw it. How he dies. I saw him sink into the sea. I wipe away my overflowing tears and try desperately to suppress the rising sobs. Hokuto's emotions and mine have become one. Now I am alone and just so sad. Suddenly something warm and gentle touches my head. I raise my head to see Ryogo standing in front of me. His eyes are watery. He looks at me, his gaze gentle.
終わったんじゃない。
It's not over.
すべてはこれから。
Everything starts from here. Are they gonna make the Blink-Winkle route like something that's like this whole big route? Is they gonna make it so that, So one thing this remake is doing is it's trying to come up with like take out kind of the mystical, unexplainable stuff and trying to make the story more concrete, right? They may not necessarily, and one of the things that's kind of the weakest about the original game is how this ending happens, right? Basically, it doesn't even make sense. So, Hokuto is on Incel Knoll in the original game, not here. He runs to the ocean. He swims down all the way down to IBF. If that makes any sense, if that's even possible. It swims all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Or enough that he could see where, like, Takeshi's skeleton is. Although it doesn't say that explicitly. And then somehow, through the water, Blink-Winkle yells at Takeshi, "Dad." And then Takeshi, who just died, apparently, at the bottom of the ocean, suddenly resurrects and swims for IBF, the pool in IBF, and makes it to IBF in 2017. It's kind of ambiguous, right? It's like, does he actually, maybe he doesn't die. Maybe he just kind of resigns himself. And then he hears this, he's like, oh, wait a second. And then he swims for IBF's pool instead of, where he is on the bottom of the ocean. Which kind of makes sense, right? If he was going to sink to the bottom of the sea, we're going down anyway. Might as well go back down into IBF, right? Why go all the way down and just stay there at the bottom? But, so it's unclear if he dies exactly or not, but it's kind of presented like he dies and raises from the dead, right? It's kind of like bringing the Never17 style of, oh, that sound is really annoying. I'm sorry. I hate it when people go, or something like that. I just did it. Okay. Never17 style Curé syndrome, where it's like he believes Takeshi can rise from the dead, so he does, right? It creates this, it adds more weird, subtle Jesus to the story. It's kind of like, but the reader, at least me, reading into this, goes like, well, we saw how Takeshi dies. Well, we'd have to manufacture a way that he doesn't die, right? Like, you think maybe Blink-Winkle goes back in time and then influences them to do something a little bit different so that this doesn't happen, as opposed to goes back after Takeshi's dead and somehow raises him from the dead back then, right? But then that doesn't happen. So you don't actually, you solve it by pure, like the most machina of machina, by pure miracle. Maybe the remake people also recognize this. The remake writers recognize this, and they decide to rewrite the remake such that they could make it less weak. But they made it a whole route. They made a whole route about how to make it so that Takeshi doesn't die in the end. We'll see if that's what they do. I don't know. Because You know, that the line "everything starts from here" makes me think of that. Now, it is not true that this is a new line in the remake. It's not in the original game. The original game had also had "everything starts from here," but it did what it did. But anyway, so it's inspired by this line, my idea I just had, but it's not. This line's not unique to the remake. If you're confused about that.
そう。ここから始まるんだよ。
That's right. It all starts from here. He rubs my head.
始まる。
It starts from here?
そう。
Yes,
始
it
まるの
does.
よ。そのためにあなたがさっき言ったようなこんな馬鹿げたことをしているのよ。
More literally, or like, yes, it starts. That's how you are doing the ridiculous things you mentioned earlier.
ブリック・ビンケルを発言させ、そしてそこから始めるために
Inducing Blinkwinkle and then
2017年と同じ状況を作ったりしてね。
creating the same situation in 2017.
2017年と同じ状況。やっぱりお母さんが今回のこの事故を仕組んだの。
The same situation as in 2017. Wait.
2017年と
That's
同
pretty.
じ状況を作っ
That's it's worded funny. Well, don't auto move. Okay. It was worded kind of funny because it's like that's why you are doing these things. And it's like what? I thought he was doing these things because he lost his memory, and Ryogo Kaburaki in 2017 also lost their memory because they're two people losing their memory, interacting with similar people. They're going to do similar things. Okay, whatever. The same situation as in 2017, so you were the one who orchestrated all this, Mom.
ごめんなさい。あなたをこっちの都合に勝手に巻き込んでしまって。
I am sorry for involving you in our affairs without your consent. Yuharu bows her head towards Yuaki.
でもね、今回の件、私が仕組んだといえば仕組んだんだけど、
But you see, although I orchestrated this incident,
私がシナリオを書いたわけじゃないのよ。
I didn't write the scenario.
だから本当の意味で、なんで2017年と同じ状況を作ったのかは知らないのよ。
Yeah, so I really don't know why I created the same situation in 2017. Right, that's the instructions that Blinkwinkle gave to her back in 2017.
それに、こんな馬鹿げた時空振動装置みたいのまで作った理由もね。
And why I even made such a ridiculous space-time vibration device. Yuharu turns around and looks at the device, which looks like a large pale blue moon. She then returns her gaze to me. I don't know what that has to do with any of it, but okay.
あなたならわかるんじゃないの？
I guess in this they made it so that you need like some sort of catalyst to summon Blinkwinkle. You can't just recreate the scenario. You need to recreate the scenario and also create a space-time vibration device. You should understand, right? I involuntarily shake my head. And then I can't help but
あ
ask,
なたは一体何者なんだ？
who are you exactly?
強いて言えばそうね。
Well, if I had to say. Yuharu ponders for a moment.
通りすがりの一般人ってとこかしら。
Maybe just a passerby, a regular person.
ふざけるな！
That's a lie.
じゃあ、大サービスで教えてあげるわ。
Well, then, as a big favor, I'll tell you.
2017年と同じ状況を作った理由とか。まあ、私の推論だけどね。
The reason I created the same situation as in 2017, although it's just a speculation. Speculation? Gulp, I can't help but swallow.
それは、本来のあなたの特性からじゃないかしら。原因と結果を同時に見られるあなたを錯覚させるためのね。
Is to create a delusion for your original you who can see causes and effects simultaneously.
そして、北斗に重なった時のあなたを混乱させないためのね。
And also to avoid confusion for the you overlapping with Hokuto.
混乱させない？
Avoid confusion?
本来のあなたは原因と結果に関わる全てを同時に見ることができるはず。だから 本来のあなたは私たちとは違ったものの見方で事象が見え認識しているはずなのよ。
The original you should be able to see and perceive events a different way from us, in that you can see all aspects related to the cause and effect simultaneously.
だけどあなたは北斗と重なることで本来のあなたの視覚と思考は北斗の中でエミュレーションされ私たち側の視覚と思考を持つことができる。
But when you overlap with Hokuto, the original you's vision and thoughts are emulated within Hokuto, enabling you to have our vision and thoughts.
そうして私たちを認識できるようになった。
That's how you were able to recognize us.
だけど北斗は人は本来のあなたのように原因と結果を同時に見られるようなパラレルにものを見たり思考したり認識できないから。
However, people like Hokuto can't perceive things in parallel, seeing worlds and causes affect simultaneously like the original you would.
北斗となったあなたはパラレル世界を何度もループするような認識の処理がされた。
So the you that became Hokuto underwent the process of recognition as if looping through parallel worlds multiple times.
原因となった2017年世界と結果の2034年世界のね。
The cause, the world of 2017, and the results, the world of 2034. It's a bad explanation, but okay.
そしてこんな馬鹿げた装置を作った理由は
Yeah, the original game has a better explanation, and that is, it's kind of like because there was two perspectives from which you could view these two scenarios and mistake them from being the same scenario. It looked like a dimensionality collapsed in your perception. You got like this thing like you thought something that was closer to you and further from you were the same. And so it looped up Blinkwinkle and got trapped and confused by that, the way his physics works. And he ended up seeing what he ended up seeing. Anyway, as for why I made this ridiculous device, which doesn't have anything to do with anything until now, I just randomly dropped in here. Yuhara turns back again and glances at her invention.
別の次元にいる本来のあなたに私たちのことに興味を持ってもらうためってことかしら。
It's probably to capture the interest of the original you in a different dimension. So the advertising? Yohara looks at me.
時間と空間を超えあなたの近世に触れるような何かを発信するためのね。
To emit something that touches your heartstrings that transcends time and space.
そうでしょブリック・ヴィンケルさん。
Isn't that right? Blinkwinkle-san?
僕は
I am...
怖がらなくてもいいの。
Don't be afraid.
自分に嘘をつく必要はないのよ。
You don't need to lie to yourself.
さあ本当のあなたを見せて。
Come on, show me the real you.
答えて
Be
正直に。
honest. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you? I am Shonen. I am Hokuto, and you are? I'm Hokuto. Who are you? I am me. That's right. I am me. I've been watching your world for so long. I am just a perspective. An eye looks over and across dimensions. I am the third perspective itself. I am Blinkwinkle. I am. I see. That is it. I am not a resident of your world, am I? I am not Hokuto, am I?
ありがとう来てくれて。
Thank you very much for manifesting.
待ってたのよ私たち。
We have been waiting for you.
あなたが現れるのをずっと待ってたの。
We've been waiting so long for you to arrive. How long? About 60 hours. But that's only on the Steam version. Why? But really, why? Why did you have to do this?
それはもう教えたでしょ。
I already told you that, didn't I?
あなたを発言させるためよ。召喚って言い換えてもいいけど
It's to manifest you. Or you could say, summon you. Did you really have to use such a nonsensical, dangerous, and grandiose method to do so?
すべてあなたの指示に従っただけよ。
We simply followed your instructions. Huh?
だからあなたを呼んだのはあなた自身なの。
So, the one who summoned you was yourself. After all, you bought the game. I mean, that means...
あなたも私たちもあなたを必要としていたから。
both you and us needed you. Why?
私たちは時間の流れに対して無力なの。
We are powerless against the flow of time.
あなたのよりしろとなった北斗は第三視点があるけど見えるだけ。時間上の移動はできないわ。
Hokuto, who became your vessel, may have the third perspective, but can only see and not move through the fourth dimension.
たとえ第三視点の能力者でも過ぎてしまったことはどうすることもできないの。
Even if one has the ability of the third perspective, nothing can be done about the events that have already passed.
けれどあなたにならそれができる。
But you can do something about it,
なぜなら四次元存在であるあなたは
because you, being a four-dimensional being,
時間を自由に移動することができるのだから。
can freely move through time.
だからココとクラナリを助けるためにはどうしてもあなたの力が必要だったから。
So, to help Coco and Takeshi, your power is absolutely necessary. And he's confused. To help Coco and Takeshi, Coco and Coco? Coco?
ソラ、あの映像を再生させて。
Sora, play the video. Oh, they're making it a video this time. Okay. Wasn't it in the original game that Blinkwinkle just goes back in time and then sees a footage back being played to you by a disc that PP carries back to you or something? It's not like...
わかりました。メインモニターに映像を出します。
This time we're doing it in 2034 for some reason instead of back in 2017. Okay, understood. I'll display the video on the main monitor. And my perspective switches to the monitor screen. The video shows the IBF medical room, and the sound of quiet breathing could be heard from somewhere. It's a faint electronic sound. Then a series of opening sounds followed. After that, silence returns. Suddenly I hear someone's voice.
よく寝た。
I slept so well.
あれ？なんでこんなところで眠ってたんだろう。
Why am I sleeping in a place like this?
ちょっと。
Guess I'll get up. Suddenly the monitor shows the ankles of a girl.
みんなまだお眠だね。
Is everyone still asleep?
あれ？タケピョンがいないよ。
Where's Takipyon?
ねえピピ、タケピョンどこにいるのかな？
Hey Pee-Pee, where's Takipyon?
かくれんぼかな？
Playing hide and seek?
そうだピピ、タケピョン探しに行こっか。
Right, Pee-Pee, let's go look for Takipyon. The girl walks out of the room. The perspective follows her.
タケピョンどこ？
Takipyon, where are you? The girl walks along the deserted corridor.
タケピョン
Takipyon? Her voice echoes through the corridor. Again.
おーいタケピョン
Hey, Takipyon.
隠れてないで出てきてよ
Don't hide, come on out.
ねえ返事してよ
Come on, answer me. It looks like the sub's here. Would the sub be here by now?
タケピョン
Because I think this would happen before the rescue guys arrive from the Coast Guard. But you and the kid would be asleep in the medical room. That's why she would have said, oh, everyone's still asleep, right? They're still there. So it'd be odd that the sub is summoned already, but okay.
一人にしないでよ
Don't leave me all alone.
ねえ一緒にいてよ
Come on, stay with me.
タケピョン
Takepyon, stay with me. Within the facility filled with death and despair. A single perspective follows a wandering girl. Before long, the girl's breathing becomes heavy. Suddenly, she staggers.
あれどうしちゃったんだろ
What's happening to me? Where Mia is referred to by Are. She collides against the wall of the corridor, leaning against it. Her knees buckle and her body slumps
う
down.
おかしい
How strange.
な動けないや
I can't move.
ピピ
Pee-pee?
けぴょ
Take-pyeon? She collapses face down in the middle of the corridor. The perspective rushes to her side, but the mirror perspective seems unable to do anything other than observe. Her eyes are barely open.
けぴょどこにいるんだろうね
Take-pyeon, where are you?
心配
I'm worried.
そっかピピも心配だよね
Oh yeah, you're worried too, PP. Yeah, you would think that Tsugumi would also be missing, but she doesn't mention missing Tsugumi, which is odd. But if Tsugumi were... if... is weird. Okay.
ピピ
Hey, PP.
早くお家帰ろう
Let's go home soon.
パパもママも待ってる
Mom and Dad are
だ
waiting.
から
So,
早くお家
hurry home.
お家帰ろ
To home hurry, I think.
うピピ
Okay, PP. The girl quietly closes her eyes. No matter how much PP barks, she doesn't open her eyes. The perspective moves circles around her. It suddenly stops and begins to move quickly. The perspective is heading somewhere, as if seeking someone's help. Suddenly noise appears on the screen. And abruptly the video disappears. That was
2017年の映像。
footage from 2017.
あの後、ティーフ・ブラウンに感染した私と冠城は、やってきた潜水艇に救助されたわ。
After that, Ryogo and I, infected with Teeth Blau, were rescued by a submarine that came for us.
でもその潜水艇に、ココは乗ってなかったの。
But Coco didn't make it onto the submarine.
その時、私は意識を失ってたから気づかなかったけど。
At that time, I was unconscious, so I didn't realize it.
でも、後になってから気づいたの。この映像を見つけて分かったの。
But later, when I found this footage, I understood.
ココは EBF に置き去りにされてしまったんだって。
Coco was left behind in IVF. No, that can't be.
こちらインゼルヌル管制応答願います
This is Incel No, please respond.
こちら EBF エリア4医務室どうぞ
This is IVF Area 4 Medical Room, go ahead.
よかったそこにいてくれたか
Thank goodness, I'm glad you're there.
先ほど到着した隊員から連絡が入った時に声の主を発見できなかったようなので心配していた
Earlier, we received a call from the rescue team. They were unable to locate the previous speaker, so we were concerned.
すまない少し留守にしてたんだ
Sorry, I was away for a bit.
診療室に残っていた要救助者はすでに回収した現在潜水艇内にて応急処置中だ
The individuals who were present in the medical room have already been retrieved. They are currently receiving emergency medical treatment inside the submarine.
みんなは無事なのか
Are they all safe?
報告を受けた限りでは何とも言えないただ相当に重症なことは確かなようだ
Based on the report we received, they were all seriously injured, and their current status is
崩
unknown.
壊の危険もあるので潜水艇は救助者を海上の病院へと搬送するために一時帰還の指示を出した
Due to the risk of collapse, they have instructed the submarine to transport the rescued individuals to the hospital on the surface.
わかった頼んだぞ
Understood, I'm counting on you. But didn't tell me a number. Controller said it for sure. The other people needing rescue from the infirmary have been retrieved, he said. So then why?
その要救助者3名の内訳は私と冠城と
Well, 3 people needing rescue were me, Kabaraki,
それから亡くなった研究員のことだったのよ。
and the dead researcher. Why? Why did the rescue team abandon Coco?
後から聞いた話だとそのような女の子は見かけなかったって。
Later I heard they didn't see a young girl. I see, so that's what happened. When the rescue team arrived, Coco wasn't in the medical room. Coco, having left the hyperbaric chamber, had gone up to Lamu, leaving the medical room to look for Takeshi, who wouldn't have been in the infirmary. Went all the way up to Lamu? What? So it was you, Ryogo, and the already deceased researcher who had made up the 3 people.
私と冠城の病状は深刻だった。
Ryogo and I were in pretty severe condition.
だから私たち2人を助けることを優先して救助隊は去ってしまったの。
So they prioritized rescuing the 2 of us, and the rescue team left. In other words, Coco was overlooked, no abandoned. Why didn't I know about this? Why didn't I see this? I'm gonna have to remember that they said that Coco went up to Lamu, because did you come back down or what? I mean, the way the flashback seemed to go was the hallway that she passed out in. The scene, the text describing her passing out was text over the background of a corridor in IBF. But why I didn't know about this? Why didn't I see this?
人は見たくないこと、認めたくないことは無意識に見なかったり忘れたりするわ。
People unconsciously avoid seeing or remembering things they don't want to acknowledge.
今のあなたの認識は北斗によってエミュレーションされている。だからその影響を受けたんだと思うわ。
Your current awareness is being emulated by Hokuto. That's probably why you were affected by it. My body, Hokuto's body, is reeling from the shock of the truth. Someone's helping Hokuto stand up.
大丈夫ですか?
How? Are you okay? Sora looks at me looking concerned. Sora's the one supporting me. Twist! This is actually the wrong Sora! I see. I recall Takeshi's final moments. That's why I couldn't bear to watch Takeshi sinking into the dark sea. Oh, so you're saying, like, the ending of the Tsugumi ending is a false memory? Because he didn't want to face the real one? In an instant, my perspective goes back to 2017. In a world of deep blue, I see the lifeless body of a man lying on the seabed. The man doesn't move like a doll. The man sacrificed his life to protect the woman he loved. What could I do? What could I possibly do? All I can do is watch. Observe. That makes me sad. I feel frustrated by my own helplessness. I don't belong to this world. Just then, a wave of light burst through my consciousness. Dad. 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 Their primal cries. Shouts of pure emotion.
お父さんお父さん死んじゃやだよ
Otosan, Otosan, don't die.
死なないで
Don't die.
僕はまだ一度もお父さんに会ったことがないのに
I never even met you.
僕を置いていかないでお父さん
Yeah, even though I have never experienced seeing things from your perspective randomly. But I still haven't met you apparently, even though you totally have. Don't leave me behind, Dad.
サラも僕も待ってるんだよ
Sorry, Naya, waiting for you.
お母さんだって待ってる
Okasan is waiting too.
お母さんを悲しませないで僕らを助けてよ
Don't make Okasan sad. Come help us.
ココはまだ研究所にいるんだよ
Coco is still in the
この
lab.
ままじゃココが死んじゃうんだよ
If this continues, Coco will die.
どんな困難で絶望的な状況だって希望が胸にあれば戦うことができる
You said no matter how difficult or hopeless the situation, if you have hope in your heart, you can fight.
運命に立ち向かうことができるんだ
You can stand up against fate.
だから希望は絶対に手放しちゃダメなんだって言ってたよね
You can't let hope go. You said that, right?
希望は手放さないでよお父さんお父さん
Don't let hope go. Otosan. Wait, Otosan. I want to save him too. My heart overflows with desire. I want to save him. I want to save him. I want to save him. At some point I'm shouting too. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Well, yeah, because I'm reading the lines out loud. When Hook's wish and my wish become one single thought. What if I don't want to choose that? What if I want to die? Notice there's zero background music here. It's like silent background music. Anyway, they made the speech longer. I don't think that really helps anything. Anyway, live. A light is born. Windows went weird. Actually, it's just my keyboard cut out. Or my keyboard cut back in? No? Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'll unplug and replug it back in my keyboard. I don't have to worry about keep talking for whatever to cover up the background music, because there is no background music. Okay, my keyboard seems to be back. In the cold, pitch black darkness, a vast distant in the stark world, I am in the middle of it. Suddenly, it's so soft. I feel a warm presence, a light. I witness a beam of light. The light illuminates me. The light becomes a word, and the word becomes strength.
俺は死なない。
I won't die.
死んでたまるか。
I can't die here. My eyes open. I'm lying in the blue darkness. Where am I? I try to look around. My body was heavy and I can't move. Move it, body of mine.
希望は絶対に手放すもんか。
I'll never let go of
俺は
hope.
生きる。
I will live. With this powerful thought, strength wells up from deep inside my body. My fingertips twitch. That's right, move. Please move. Cure is consuming my entire body. Okay, I guess they tried to explain this with Cure syndrome. I need that power now, please move. My thoughts, my willpower, my wishes spread throughout my body. Move. And then dragging my heavy, cold body, I stand up. In the blue darkness, I see a faint light ahead. I kick off from the reef and start to swim. So did this happen because he got Cure syndrome, or did this happen because some sort of weird time travel nonsense? Or did the Blinkwinkle think this happened because of weird time travel nonsense, and therefore does the thing to summon himself to make this happen by weird time traveling nonsense, but isn't really necessary, but that just kind of thing itself exists unnecessarily in a time loop. Just so that we can observe the game, or I don't know. Towards the faint light. I paddle with my arms and sink with my legs. Sink? I mean kick with your legs, right? Yes, I read it wrong for some reason. I keep swimming with all my heart. Toward the light that looks like a beacon. Splash. I burst through the surface of the water. Cough, cough, ugh. As I surface in the pool, I cough violently. I sputter out the seawater that had accumulated in my lungs. Then I take a deep, deep breath. Cough, 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 cough. I choke while inhaling and spit out a large amount of water again. Repeating the process over and over, I swim to the edge of the pool and drag my heavy body up onto the floor. Then I lay down on my back. I can't move. Only my hot breaths echo around me. I'm still alive. I realize this as I listen to my breathing. Dazed, I look around. I'm in the submarine launch pool at IBF Area 4. Back here again. It seems fate wants to keep me underwater whether I like it or not. When we were trying to escape on the submarine, I saw Lemu collapsing and falling. But it seems the facility was unharmed.
まだ望みは希望はあるか
Do I still have hope? A chance? I slowly stand up and start walking, staggering. For now, I head to the medical room. I expected I could reconnect with the surface. I reach a crossroads. Oh, where is the medical room again? Lost in the maze-like corridors, I feel helpless. I look around restlessly. Just then, light shimmers in my mind. I guess I gotta go left. That way. I follow the words that float up in my mind and I head down the left corridor. It happens right after. Wait.
今何か動かなかったか
Something just move? I look and see someone collapsed in what should be an empty corridor. I rush over in panic.
Coco!
Coco? Coco's lying on the floor of the corridor. I lose my composure and frantically lift Coco's body.
たけぴょん
Take-pyeon? Coco whispers weakly.
たけぴょん見つけた
Take-pyeon, I found you.
お前こんなとこで何を
Wait, what are you doing
う
here?
んとねたけぴょんがねいなかったからね
You weren't there, Take-pyeon.
だからね探しに
So you see, I went to find you. Apparently, Coco had left the hyperbaric chamber all alone before the rescue team arrived, and went into the facility looking for me. I had gone back to Lemu and wasn't in IBF.
お前ってやつは本当に
You really are something else. Embrace Coco's small body. I embrace Coco's small body tightly.
ごめんな本当にごめんな
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel tears well up in my eyes. Hey,
他のみんなは
where's everyone else?
寝てるのか
Are they still asleep? That's all Coco managed to say before passing out.
おいココ
Hey, Coco. Coco's burning up with fever.
ココ
Coco! Did the antibodies we extracted from Tsugumi not work on Coco? No, they did not give them to her. No. When we received the antibodies, Coco was still inside the chamber.
まさかココお前まだ抗体を摂取してないんじゃ
Could it be, Coco, you haven't had the antibody injection yet? Coco doesn't respond. Carrying the unresponsive Coco on my back, I head to the
待
infirmary.
ってろココ
Hang in there, Coco.
今すぐ抗体を打ってやるからな
I'll give you an antibody shot right away.
何大丈夫だ俺だって良くなったんだだからココだってすぐに元気になるさ
Don't worry, I got better, so you'll get better too soon. Soon too. I feel like I'm reassuring myself as well as I talk to Coco. Following the occasional voice in my head guiding me, I arrive at the medical room. I lay Coco in the bed. Then I open the storage device in the corner of the room and grab the remaining vial. The vial, it contains the Tiefblau virus antibody we got from Tsugumi. I take out a new syringe from the shelf and fill it with the contents of the vial. Coco is completely limp, no longer able to show any signs of pain. Imitating how you did it. Why would you do that? I inject Coco's thin arm with the antibody. Why wouldn't you imitate how Tsugumi did it? She did it better.
頼む早く聞いてくれ
Please take effect quickly. I grip Coco's small, outstretched hands as she lay there and pray. Just pray.
くそなんで繋がらないんだよ
Why can't I get through? I try talking into the communication over and over, but the connection won't go through. I punch the wall in frustration. I check the terminal, but there are no submarines left in IVF. Lemu, which had been above us, is no longer there. We're at a depth of 119 meters. Coco and I are completely isolated. I glance at Coco lying there. Even after some time, her condition shows no improvement. If anything, she seems to be getting worse.
ココは俺たちよりも何日か前に感染していた
Coco got infected a few days before us.
だからその分ウイルスが進行しているのかもしれない
Maybe that's why the virus is progressing faster in her. I think to myself, at this point we can only wait for a rescue team that might never come. But Coco doesn't have much time
どう
left.
すればいいんだ
What should I do? I say to no one in particular. What should I do? I repeat Takeshi's words. I've been conveying my thoughts to Takeshi and somehow guided him here. By now I have no more moves to make. If only the rescue team would arrive. What if someone on the surface knew that Coco and Takeshi were left behind? Just then my perspective shifts to the surface. I view the artificial island floating on the sea from above. Lemieux on the surface, now a ghost town, shows few signs of life. I project my words to the few people there in protective suits. Somebody, please help Coco and Takeshi. There are still people left at the bottom of the sea. Somebody, but there is no response. No one on the surface can hear my voice. I can only convey my thoughts to Takeshi. Only to Takeshi you start awakening at the same power, to the same power as Hokuto and Coco. Therefore, even if I move to the surface, no one can hear my voice. They can't see me, I can't touch anything. I'm just a presence that can only watch. My perspective returns to watching Coco lying on the bed. Coco, I want to help a girl who I can't touch, who I don't know how.
最後はめでたしめでたしじゃないの？
But it has a happy end, right?
ああ、でもめでたしめでたしにしたいよな。
Well, I wish it could end happily. I'm still thinking this thought. Okay, so Takeshi wakes up from the sea floor and swims to IVF, right? There isn't really any evidence that Blinkwinkle and Hokuto together shouting at him is what caused that. However, maybe, based on this, Blinkwinkle believes it to be the case, right? So, he thinks that he needs to be summoned in order for Takeshi to live. So he gives instructions to you, Haru, to create this elaborate scheme to summon him so that Takeshi can live. But she doesn't need to do that. He would have lived anyway. And she could have just kind of went down and got him immediately. So it's all just a one big waste. The problem with that is it assumes that somehow Blinkwinkle never observes Takeshi getting up from the bottom of the sea, right? But he does. But every time he does, but it makes this works because every time he does, he believes he's the one who caused it. Okay, so are we saying that if Blinkwinkle weren't there, if Blinkwinkle was never summoned, then none of this would actually, like, everything would work out way sooner. But there's some sort of consistent loop with no cause to it, where Blinkwinkle summons himself because he thinks he needs to summon himself because he's misguided because he summoned himself. That just exists there and causes this mess where you wait 17 years to go rescue Takeshi from the seafloor, or from IVF. Anyway, more fringe logic from Ever17 years after I originally played it. But that more fringe logic came about because this remake, they wrote that Curé syndrome flowed through Takeshi's body and then he went to the surface, right? It's like they're trying to give a sci-fi explanation for it. And when it has a sci-fi explanation, then it makes that happen. It makes this bootstrapped thing. Anyway. Well, I wish it could. It's bootstrapped thingamajiggy that makes it sound like Blinkwinkle is just a nuisance and messes everything up. Maybe Satoru had reason to hate Blinkwinkle. Well, I wish it could end happily.
そうだよね。めでたしがいいよね。
Yeah, happy endings are so nice.
ココね、ココね。めでたしめでたしにする方法知ってるよ。
Hey, I know how to give it a happy ending. Do I have to like
おお、
flashback through that?
それは助かるよ。ぜひ教えてほしいな。
Well, that would be helpful. I'd love to hear it now. Oh no.
ほいじゃあココがいいことを教えてしんぜよう。
Oh yeah, alright, let me teach you how to make a happy ending.
パッピプッペポーポッペパッペポーポッピパッピプーピッピパッピピー。いよいよクライマックス。
Here comes the climax.
ヒロインの絶体絶命のピンチに颯爽とヒーローは現れる。
The hero gallantly appears, the heroine's in a pinch.
待ってたのよ、私たち。
We've been waiting for you.
あなたが現れるのをずっと待ってたの。
We've been waiting so long for you to arrive.
だからココとクラナリを助けるためにはどうしてもあなたの力が必要だったから。
So, to help Coco and Takeshi, your power is absolutely necessary. I appeared to save Coco and Takeshi, but just moving through time and space won't save them.
どうすればいいんだ。
What should I do? Takeshi looks around the room. His gaze falls on the hyperbaric chamber.
あれに入れておいた方がいいか。
Should I put her in that?
白血球の殺菌作用を増大させ、症状をある程度緩和するとかユウが言ってたっけ。
You said something about increasing the quantity of white blood cells which kill bacteria to help alleviate the symptoms. Well, yes, white blood cells do kill bacteria. However, this is a virus problem.
あのポットがココをどれだけ助けてくれるかも未知数なの。
We don't know how much this chamber will help
高
Coco.
圧酸素治療の他にもレーザーでの殺菌やら簡単な手術のできる機能も備わってるらしいし。
In addition to high-pressure oxygen therapy, it seems to have functions like laser sterilization and even simple surgeries.
使い方によってはハイバネーションすら可能のようだけど。
Depending on how it's used, it seems like it can even induce hibernation.
ハイバネーション。
Hibernation.
コールドスリープ、冬眠のことよ。
Cold sleep, like hibernation. You answers it as if it were obvious.
冬眠
Cold sleep?
で、クマとかカエルとかがするやつか。
Wait, isn't that what bears and frogs do? Yeah, apparently, it seems like, because in Japanese, the word for what bears and frogs do is cold sleep.
そう、
It is.
ハイバネーション機能があるってことはつまり人工冬眠ができるってことだと思うわ。
The chambers have a hibernation function, which means they can induce artificial hibernation.
冬眠のスイッチを入れる人工タンパク質を注入して
If you activate the hibernation function, it injects artificial proteins.
人間の体を6度から7度ぐらいの低体温状態に保って心拍数と呼吸数をギリギリまで減らす。
And then maintains a body temperature at approximately 6 to 7 degrees Celsius, reducing the heart and respiratory rate to the bare minimum.
そうすることによって代謝効率を下げてエネルギーを極力消費しないようにするんだって。
By doing so, you can reduce the metabolic demand and minimize energy consumption.
代謝効率を下げてエネルギーを極力消費しないようにする。
Reducing metabolic demand and minimize energy consumption. It's kind of redundant, to be honest. Takeshi's voice is what I had been thinking. Then Takeshi and I shout together as if in unison.
そうだ、ハイバネーションさせちまえばいいんだ。
Yes, put her into cold sleep. That's it, we should put her into cold sleep.
低体温状態に保てるってことはウイルスが体を蝕んでいく速度も遅くできるってことだよな。
Keeping her in a low temperature state means the viruses will slow down its progress in her body, right? That's interesting. So what your body does if you have viral infection is it makes your temperature hotter. Now, I don't understand, because there's two types of infections you can get, right? You can get a bacterial infection, you can get a viral infection, both of which will make you go into a fever. But the fever might be more effective at stopping the spread of one versus the other. But anyway. Yes, that's what it means.
よし、今はとにかく時間だ。時間さえあればきっとなんとかなる。
All right, it's all about buying time now. If we can get more time, we can figure something out. Even slowing the virus down by just a minute or a second can make all the difference.
そうと決まれば早速。って、俺、今誰かと話してないか？
Okay, it's decided. Time to move. Wait, am I talking to someone right now? Hi. Never mind that. Get Coco a cyber bar chamber.
そうだった。
You're right. Never mind the talking donkey. Takeshi carries the limp Coco and places her inside the chamber. He then rapidly flips through the manual pages, scrutinizing them as he adjusts the settings on the machine. And
あ
then
とはスイッチを押すだけだ。
now he needs to press the switch. As he reaches for the switch to close the chamber. But then Coco speaks though. The Coco is resting in. Just before he presses it, Coco quietly opens her eyes.
タケピョン。
Takepyon.
お、目が覚めたか？
Oh, are you awake?
具合はどうだ？
How do you feel?
ここ、調子悪いかも。
Coco is not feeling too good.
待ってろ。今、楽にしてやるからな。
Just hold on, we're gonna make everything better in a second.
誰？
Who are you?
誰って、俺だよ。タケピョンだよ。
Who am I? It's me, Takepyon.
違うよ。タケピョンじゃなくて、
No, not you, Takepyon.
タケピョンの後ろに立ってるのは、誰？
Who's the person standing behind you?
俺の後ろ？
Behind me? Takeshi spins around. It's where my perspective currently is.
ここには何か見えるのか？
Can you see something, Coco?
見える。
Yeah, I can. Coco, it's me, it's Blink
ブ
Waco.
リック、
Blink?
ブリック・ビンケルって言うんだ。
Your name is Blink Winkle, huh?
じゃあ、ブリタンって呼ん
Can I
で
call
もいい？
you? Can I call you Burriton? Back then, Coco didn't know about Blink Winkle. Didn't know about me. So who is that phantom girl?
ブリタン？
Burriton?
それがお前の名前なのか？
Is that your name? Takeshi asks, looking in the direction of my perspective. Yeah.
そうか。今まで何か聞こえていたような気がしたが、俺に話しかけて導き助けてくれたのはお前だったんだな。
I see. I thought I heard something before, but it was you who guided me by talking to me. Okay, so you're confirming that Takeshi can hear the voice of Blink Winkle. So Blink Winkle can wake him up by shouting at him, theoretically. Okay.
ブリタン、
Burriton,
ありがとう。
thank you.
それから、
And
それから、もう一人の君も
I want to thank the other you too.
ありが
Thank you.
とう。
Thank you for playing Ever17.
もう一人誰かいるのか？
The other me, is there another me?
いる。
Yeah, there is.
ブリタンの向こうに見える。本当の
Beyond you, Burriton, I can see the real. Huh? Coco? Coco is now looking at me. Or is she looking through me, looking just at you? And only your eyes.
そう、本当の君のこと、
I mean, the real you.
やっと会えたね。
We could finally meet, huh?
ここ、君のことは知ってるんだよ。
I know about you, you know?
だって、
I mean,
だって、ずっと、ココのこと見守ってくれてたでしょ？
you've been watching over me this entire time, haven't you?
また、ひよこごっこやろうね。
Let's do some chick play again, okay?
ピヨピヨって、ピヨピヨって。
Go Pio Pio.
ココ、それは俺と。
Coco, you did that with me. Coco seeks to relax a little.
タケピョンにはわからないと思うけど、
Takepin, you may not understand,
コ
but
コはタケピョンだけじゃなくて、この人とも遊んだの。
I played with you, but also with this person.
そうだよね。
I'm right, aren't I? Well, I didn't actually, like, do it, if that's what you're wondering. Coco is talking to you through me. Your feelings are conveyed to me. So I'll say what you want to say. How are you supposed to know what I want to say? Yeah, apparently I want to say yeah. I might have been watching over Coco all this time. I've been watching her, guarding her all along. I wanted to be closer to her. No, I don't. But such a thing, surely it's impossible.
ほいじゃあさ、ココに告白したのも
So was it you who confessed to me?
かな。
The game writers, when they got remake writers, got to this point. Let's troll the player. Yeah, it might have been. It just might have been. You and Coco lock eyes. You stare at each other. Their gazes are so intense. I feel like my existence might evaporate at any moment.
ココ、これからどうなっちゃうの？
What's gonna happen to me now? Well, I can only make what happened to you what the game gives me choices about, okay? I can't do it. I can't just kill you because the game won't let me. Suddenly a shadow passes through Coco's eyes.
ココ、死んじゃうの？
Am I gonna die? No, I've already played the original game and know you're not gonna die. You fool, there's no way you'll die. I'll definitely save you. I won't let you die. Coco smiles happily.
ココ、そういうわけだ。
Coco, that's right.
俺たちが必ずお前を救ってみせる。
We'll definitely save you.
だから今は安心してゆっくり休むんだ。
So relax now and rest. Takeshi moves too close to the chamber.
待って、
Wait,
どうするの？
what am I supposed to do?
少しの間だけ眠るんだよ。クマさんみたいにな。
Just sleep for a little while, like a hibernating bear.
いや、
No.
お願い。ココを置いてかないで。
Please don't leave me here.
どこにも行かないで。
Don't go.
一人ぼっちにしないで。
Don't leave me all alone.
一人ぼっちになんかするわけないだろ。
There's no way we leave you alone.
俺たちがずっとそばにいてやる。
We won't ever leave your side.
嘘だもん。
That's a lie.
ココ、そんなの信じない。
I don't believe you.
わがまま言うな。
Don't be selfish.
このままじゃ本当にお前は
This
お前は
At this rate, you're really gonna.
いや、
No,
嫌なの。
I don't want that.
一人ぼっち、寂しいから嫌なの。
I don't want to be alone. I hate it. Well, I like it, but whatever.
怖いの。怖いの。とっても。
Scary. Very scary.
じゃあね、タケピョン、
Okay then, Takeko.
一緒に添い寝してくれる？
Will you sleep next to me?
無理言うな。
Well, I can't do
こ
that.
のポットはな。
It's chamber, see? Because she starts to speak, but then stops mid-sentence. He looks up at the ceiling, then at the monitor attached to the pillar, and finally looks at the chamber next to Coco's. It's unknown when the rescue team will come.
よし。じゃあこうしよう。
Alright, let's do this.
ココの隣のポットに俺が寝る。
I'll sleep in the chamber next to yours, Coco.
どうだ、それなら寂しくないだろ。
How's that? You won't feel lonely, right? Coco looks between Takeshi and me. She bites her lip and furrows her brow. And she stares at us, looking like she's about to burst into tears.
本当に
Really?
嘘つかない？
You're not lying to me.
ああ、
I'm not.
絶対だよ。
Promise?
ココを置いて行っちゃ嫌だよ。
Promise you won't leave
行
me?
かないよ。行くわけないだろ。
There's no way I would.
わかった。
Okay.
ココ、タケピョンのこと信じる。
I'll trust you, Takepyon.
よし、いい子。
Good. Takeshi pats Coco's head.
じゃあ閉めるぞ、ココ。
Alright, I'm gonna shut the chamber, Coco. Okay. Takeshi presses the switch. The cover of the chamber descends quite slowly.
ね
Hey,
え、お休みする前に一つだけ
can you
願
grant me
い
what?
事聞いてくれる？
Can you grant me one wish before I go to sleep?
願い事
A wish?
タケピョンに言ったんじゃないよ。
I didn't say that to you, Takepyon. Coco's gaze turns towards me. You're talking to me? Yeah.
あのね、ココね、
So,
君に会いたい。
I want to see you again. Well, I did play this game like twice, basically, 2 different versions. Huh?
君にもう一度
I want to see you one more time.
会って会って、もっといっぱいお話ししたいの。
I want to meet you and talk a lot more. Okay,
もしかしたら、ココ、
I might,
君のこと、
like,
君のこと、
like,
ダメ、
oh no.
やっぱり言えないかも。
I don't think I can say it.
でも約束して、
But promise me, okay?
もう一度、いつか会えるよね。
That I'll see you again someday, okay? Okay.
ココ、待ってるから
I'll be waiting for you.
ずっとずっと待ってるから
I'll be waiting forever and ever.
必ず迎えに来てね
So come for me, okay?
約束
Promise? Yeah, I promise. The gap between the cover and the chamber is almost gone. Though the narrow slit, I can barely see Coco. She faces me and, with a small voice, murmurs her last
それ
words.
じゃあおやすみ
Good night,
お兄ちゃん
Oni-chan. Oni-chan. Before I can respond, the chamber closes completely. The hiss of the compressed air, the low hum of the monitor, and then the faint click of metal signals from the chamber is now fully sealed. Takeshi presses the next switch on the side of the pod. The hibernation function activates. A small sound like gas being released can be heard. The chamber containing Coco starts to cool gradually, accompanied by slight vibrations.
さてと
Well then.
おいブリタンいるか
Hey, Buriton, are you there? What?
お前って何者なんだ
Who are you?
なんとかビンケルとか言ってたろ
You said your name was Winkle or something. Blink Winkle. In this world, I'm perceived as a perspective. And apparently I'm a being beyond the fourth dimension.
らしいってなんだよ
Apparently. Well, my existence isn't fully recognized in this world yet. So it's hard to put into words.
ふん
Hmm.
っていうか全然わけがわからんのだけどまあいいや
Well, I don't get it at all, but whatever. Then Takeshi climbs into the open chamber. It's next to Coco's. Wait, Takeshi, what are you gonna do?
どうするもこうするも仕方ないだろ
Hey, I made a promise, didn't I?
約束しちまったからな
There's nothing I can do about it. So you're also gonna?
そういうことだ
Yep, that's right.
どっちみち脱出する方法はなさそうだしな
There's no way out anymore.
救助隊の第二陣が来るのをここで気長に待つしかないってわけだ
We just have to wait for the second rescue team to get here. Takeshi, wait.
また
Nope, I'm done waiting.
俺はもう疲れたんだよ
I'm tired.
本当に疲れたんだ
I'm really tired. Lying down, Takeshi reaches out and presses both the buttons to close the cover and the hibernation activation switch at the same time. The cover starts to close. So quietly. Suddenly hiccups, that's inconvenient. At a steady pace.
じゃあなブリタン
See ya, Buriton.
あとはよろしく頼むぞ
Take care of things for me. Takeshi! And then the chamber's cover closes shut. The same sound can be heard as when Coco's chamber had closed. The hibernation process had just begun. The chamber vibrates slightly as heat starts to cool. To be sure, I checked the monitor. Both hibernation devices in the chambers are functioning properly. There are no abnormalities in Coco and Takeshi's vital signs. In the world of 2017, an underwater research facility, a perspective left behind. Right, I need to let everyone know that Coco and Takeshi are in the IBF right now, right away. Don't let I take this, my viewpoint shifts. To the year 2034.
大丈夫ですか？
Are you alright? Sora is looking worriedly at my Hokuto's face. She is supporting my Hokuto's body. Thanks, Sora. Holding out to Sora's arm, I get up. I feel her smooth skin, the elastic texture, and her warmth. Then I turn to face Yuharu. Coco and Takeshi are in IBF. They are in hibernation. So we need to rescue them quickly. Huh? That's when I realize. Coco and Takeshi went to hibernation in the world of 2017. But now it's 2034.
あなたは海底に沈んだたけしに呼びかけてたけしを救った。
You called out to Takeshi in the sunken facility and saved him.
そしてココとたけしがハイバネーションするところを確かに見たのよね。
And you saw Coco and Takeshi going into hibernation, didn't you? Yuharu asked, confirming. Yes, but
それで十分なのよ。
that is enough. What do you mean?
ねえ、シュレーディンガーの猫って知っている？
Do you know about Schrodinger's cat?
猫が箱の中にいるとして、その猫が生きているのか死んでいるのか開けてみないとわからない状態だとするわよね。
There's a cat in a box, and you can't tell if it's alive or dead until you open it.
箱を開けて確認するまでは、中の猫は生きている状態、死んでいる状態で半分ずつ重なった半死半生状態でいるっていうパラドックスな話なんだけど。
Until you open the box to check, the cat exists in a paradoxical state of being half alive and half dead, so to speak.
私たちには箱の状態は見えないけど、観測者であるあなたが見たのなら、彼らは生きているのよ。
We can't see the state of the box, but since you, the observer, have seen it, they are alive. But it's been 17 years.
大丈夫。今でも EBF は健在よ。あの時のままの状態でね。
It's alright. IBF is still intact, just as it was then.
ライプリヒはあの事故の後、そのまま放棄したから。
Lieblich abandoned it right after the accident.
違うといえば、17年前みたいに、ここヒンメルとはエレベーターでつながってはいないけどね。
Although it's not connected to Himmel by elevator anymore, like it was 17 years ago. So they just rebuilt Lemu, but then they didn't demolish the old IBF? Doesn't, like, the Lemu, like, stand on these pillars that go down to IBF, so wouldn't you be down there rebuilding Lemu? Also, why would you... I guess you could make money with Lemu to go other places besides IBF, but, oh, whatever.
そんなわけだからカブラギ、あれを準備して。そら、つぐみたちを呼んできて。
Alright, Rio, go get that thing ready.
了解。
Okay. That thing ready. Sora, get Tsugumi and the others. Roger.
わかりました。
Understood.
さあ、
寝ますけども起こしに来いよ。
Let's go wake the sleepers. Suddenly the world distorts. The world fades and disappears. And then I can't see anything. Before I know it, my body, Hokuto's body, has vanished. What happened? Suddenly I feel like the future has disappeared. The future disappeared? That's right, I must have made a mistake. That's why the future no longer is connected. What went wrong? I think. I didn't come here to erase this world, to erase the future. I came here to connect the future where Coco and Takeshi were saved, a world where they survived.
待ってたのよ。私たち。
We've been waiting for you.
あなたが現れるのをずっと待ってたの。
We've been waiting for so long for you to arrive. Why? But really, why? Why did you have to do this?
それはもう教えたでしょ。
I already told you that, didn't I? So you're gonna. So this is again. They're making this different than the original game. So the original game, Takeshi, not Takeshi. What am I saying? Okay. So Blake Wakeall tells Coco and Takeshi to get in the pod and wakes Takeshi up on the seafloor, whatever the stuff we attribute to him that may not even be necessary for it to happen, right? Then he goes, oh, now I need to go tell the people on the surface to go rescue them, right? Back in 2017. And it's unlike this, where he gets swept up to 2034. He's still there, but then he does it. Blink Winkle does it, and then he goes, and then suddenly he created a paradox because no one recreated the situation that would summon Blink Winkle that would be used to summon to save Takeshi or whatever. And so Takeshi gets saved, but then he gets unsaved. And he's like, okay, no, that can't work. So then he just tells you instead to make this scenario in 2034, summon him. They have to wait till 2034. He has that whole experience in 2017. And he like tries it and fails and whatever. They're skipping that whole bit here. Okay. Which makes it still open because like when they do that in the original game, they prove that it was required for Blink Winkle to go and tell Takeshi to get up, whatever, in order for him to be saved. Because if he makes it so that Blink Winkle does not get summoned by rescuing him from... If that doesn't happen, right, then Takeshi doesn't get saved. It, like, makes that explicit. Here, it may not be making that explicit, which still opens the possibility that Blink Winkle didn't even need to do this, which is still out there. But that kind of like makes me think a little bit more about the original game, where Blink Winkle could have... Why couldn't the Blink Winkle still told everyone to rescue Coco and Takeshi in 2017, and then said, okay, this is great, Coco and Takeshi live, but for this to actually not to make sense, in 2034 you have to do this ritual to summon me. And then it would be like 999, where the person who's rescued by the replication actually lives into the ritual that they have to do to make sure that they live, and actually participate in putting it on. Like, they could have done it like that. It's not like Takeshi said the saved Takeshi and Coco had to die in 2017 if you rescued them by submarine in 2017. You just had to make sure that you did this 2034 thing anyway. Which, the logistics of doing it would be different, right? Sugumi would have to be fully acting. You could use Takeshi as Takeshi instead of Ryogo. You could do it either way, right? You'd have to make... the way Hokuto and Sar participate different, right? Things would be different, but you could still do it, and then it would still work. So why not? Why just have them asleep 17 years? This whole thing is nuts. Okay, I already told you that, didn't I?
あなたを発言させるためよ。召喚って言い換えてもいいけど。
Yeah, it's like the Schrodinger's cat, right? That way. It's like, I guess, because here, by putting them in the box, they're making them isolated, right? So, Takeshi and Coco are Schrodinger's cat, part alive, part dead. And you can't really tell until you measure, and you measure by means of figuring out if you go in the route where you summon Blink Winkle or not, right? If Takeshi and Coco are visible and they're not isolated, you can say they still exist kind of dead, kind of alive, but you can't tell until you measure, right? By determining whether or not you pick a route in which you save them or not, right? But it's a little weirder that way, because there's stuff that's caused by them in their non-isolated lives over those 17 years. Like, you could say, okay, well, if you don't successfully go back in time to save them 17 years in the future, then they die. They're measured to be dead. But then it's like, you've measured not only if they're alive or dead, but also everything that got affected by them being alive or being dead. And that makes 999's plot weird and paradoxical, because not only is the character you're trying to save do things and have effects, right? It is primarily the character you're trying to save who puts on the situation that saves that character. So, if you were to measure that she is dead by failing to save her in that situation, you would think that would also erase the whole situation. Which I guess it kind of does in a way, but it doesn't actually show how that manifests. Like, does Junpei just, just not be there? Just not be... It's like, oh, wait, that was all just a dream? It doesn't go on to the next scene after he screams, So. Anyway. It's to manifest you, or to say summon you. Did you really have to use such a nonsensical, dangerous, and grandiose method to do so?
すべてあなたの指示に従っただけよ。
We simply followed your instructions. Huh?
だからあなたを呼んだのはあなた自身なの。
So the one to summon you was yourself. That means...
あなたも私たちもあなたを必要としていたから。
Both you and us needed you. That's right, I didn't make a mistake. There's still something I haven't done yet. I haven't told you, Haru, how to summon me, how to create this current situation. The moment I think this, my perspective goes back to 2017. You. Where's you? There she is. Just then my perspective shifts to you. With a capital Y.
倉成とつぐみとココがいないのよ。
Takeshi, Coco, and Tsugumi are missing.
きっとまだあそこに取り残されているんだわ。ねえ、早く救助に行ってよ。
Oh, I see. So it's not like Waco who goes, oh, we gotta rescue them. They're making it you. Okay. So we have to correct you instead. You is confronting someone dressed in protective suit who seems to be the person in charge.
レミューは崩落してしまった。残念だが、もう生存者は。
Lebu has collapsed. Unfortunately, there are no survivors.
違う、その下の研究所 EBF にいるのよ。あそこなら無事かもしれないわ。
No, they're in the research facility below Lemu, IBF. They might be still safe there. Well, she doesn't know that. Last time you checked, they had left to go... At least Tsugumi had left to go to Lemu. But no, Tsugumi's not in Lemu, and you doesn't understand this.
残念ですが、
No.
ここにはそんな施設は存在しません。
Unfortunately, there is no such facility.
あるのよ。私はさっきまでそこにいたんだから。
There is. I was just there.
連絡ではもうすぐ海底から潜水艇が浮上してくる。きっと君の友達もそれに乗っているはずだ。
We've learned that a submersible is about to surface. I'm sure your friends will be on it. Just one.
だから安心して救護テントで待っていなさい。
So please wait in the rescue tent.
いやよ。その潜水艇が上がってくるまで、みんなの無事を確認するまで、ここにいさせてもらうわ。
No, I'm staying here until I know they're safe. Yu is adamant and won't budge. Just then a man who seems to be an assistant runs up to the person in charge. He's also dressed in a protective
浮
suit.
上した潜水艇を確認しましたが無人でした。
We checked the surface submersible, but it was empty. Right. Tsugumi ran.
なんだって、お客は乗っていなかったのか。
What? There were no passengers? He's disappointed for a different reason.
はい。潜水艇に乗っていたのはこの電子犬1匹でした。
That's right. The only thing in it was this electronic dog. And there's where the reveal is in the remake. Forgot where it was in the original. The man shows the robotic dog he was holding on to the person in charge.
Pee-pee!
Pee-pee. Yu snatches Pee-pee for the man and hugs the pup tightly.
どうやら浮上してすぐ海に飛び込んだようです。
It seems it jumps into the sea right after subsurfacing.
逃がすな。何としても確保するんだ。洋上の監視を増やせ。
Don't let her escape. Do whatever it takes to capture her. Increase surveillance on the surface.
は。
Yes, sir.
ちょっと待ってよ。まだ生存者がいるのよ。お願い、助けてよ。
Wait a minute, there's still survivors? Please help them. Oh, we're gonna try to help them, alright. The men in protective suits ignore you and run off. Baka! Yu is crying, and then she bows her head. Pee-pee whimpers sadly on Yu's arms. Then, as if to wipe away Yu's tears, Pee-pee licks her cheek. You hug CP tightly. You, it's okay, everyone is safe. I call out to you. You closes her eyes and continues to cry. I need to tell you how to summon me as soon as possible. You, listen, there's something I need to tell you. You? Can you hear me? Seems like my voice isn't reaching you. My words can't reach her. My feelings can't reach her. At this moment in this world, my words can only reach Takeshi and Coco sleeping on the seabed. What should I do? I'm at a loss. I want to save Coco and the others. I want to help them. I wish. I hope my wish. And everyone's hopes will be conveyed. We'll reach her. Just then Yu lifts her head. A look of surprise appears on her face. Yu's looking at me. No, that's not it. She's looking past me. They're doing this again. My perspective connects with Yu's. What she sees is... Justin, I understand.
ちょっとお願いがあるんだけど、レムリア碑文を独自に解読したいから、レミのデータベースの関係する情報を見せてもらえないか聞いてみてくれない？
I have a favor to ask. I want you to decipher the Lemurian inscription on my own. So could you ask for access to show me any relevant information in Lemu's database?
いいですよ。それではしばらくお待ちください。
Sure thing, please wait a moment.
許可が下りました。ダウンロードした情報は私のデータベースにも転記しておきますから、いつでも聞いてください。
Permission granted. I'll also transfer the downloaded information to my database, so feel free to ask any time.
私も詳しくはわからないんだけど、空の LM9S16、その後継機に LM9SS17 ってのがあって、その後継機なら空のバックアップが可能みたいね。
I don't really know either, but there's something called LMQSS17. The successor model to Sora's LMQS16. That successor model, it seems possible to back up Sora.
LMQSS17?
LMQSS17.
空の姉妹。空の妹にあたる機種で、空の発展型みたいよ。
It's a model that's like an evolved version of Sora, her sister.
それってどこにあるんだ？
Where is it located?
そういえば先輩の家にもいましたよね、電子犬。
Didn't you have one of those electronic dogs at your house, Senpai?
いるよ。お母さんが飼ってるんだけどね。
Yeah, we do. It's my mom's.
ずいぶん古いタイプらしいんだけど、壊れることもなく元気にしてるよ。
It's quite an old model, but it's still alive and well. It's never broken down.
ほら、お前のお友達だよ、ココ。
Oh, is this Coco's dad? Okay. Look, it's your friend, Coco. Yay, puppy.
田中のおじちゃんが作ってくれた最新型の電子犬だぞ。
It's the latest model of a robotic dog that Tanaka-san developed. Wait, are you saying... Okay, so they're saying that Yoiki developed Pee-Pee. Similarly to how Yoiki developed Sora. Suggesting that Yoiki had been secretly developing the android Sora this whole time, and he's the one who actually built that. And that is actually codenamed LMQSS17. Okay then.
ありがとう、田中のおじちゃん。
Thank you, Tanaka no Oji-chan. I don't know why I translate that to
ココちゃんに
Yusan.
喜んでもらえて私も嬉しいよ。
The English translators made a mistake. They thought he was talking about, oh my goodness. No, they must be, the Japanese must be referring to Yoiki, not you. And the English translator just went through and turned all the Tanaka songs into U's. I'm like almost certain that's what happened there. Okay. I'm glad you like it, Coco-chan. That makes me happy too.
ココ、その電子犬の頭脳にはな、なんと試作の量子コンピューター LM9SS17 が使われているんだぞ。
Coco, did you know that the brain of this robotic dog uses a prototype quantum computer called LMQSS17?
量子のコンピューター？
A quantum computer?
わからないか。 とにかくスペシャルってことだよ。
You may not understand, but anyway, it's something special.
すごいね。スペシャルなんだ。
Wow, it's special.
ほいで、この子なんていうお名前なの？
So what's this doggy's name?
それがまだ名前はないんだ。だからココちゃんが名前をつけてくれないかな。
Well, it doesn't have a name yet, so how about we give it one, Coco-chan?
ほいじゃあね。
Let's see here.
そうだ。
That's it.
ピピがいい。
I like Pee-Pee.
あなたの名前はピピ。
Your name is Pee-Pee. Bark. Just then I jump into what would be called the distant past to convey my words, for my feelings to reach, for my wish, for everyone's hopes, to connect from the past to the future. Yes, I fly to the place once called the Lemurian continent to ensure that the inscription is created. In the distant past, for the inscription to be born. And the world starts to move.
そうか、そうだよね。だから寂しくても、最後はめでたしめでたしって終わるんだね。
I get it. So even if she is lonely, it all ends happily in the end.
物語の最後には颯爽と白馬に乗った王子様が現れるものなのよ。
At the end of the story, a prince in a white horse appears.
眠れる森の美女は王子様が現れる時を夢見て眠っている。
Sleeping Beauty, dreaming of the moment when her prince will appear.
白雪姫も王子様が現れる時を夢見て眠っている。
Snow White too, dreaming of the moment when her prince will appear.
ここ、待ってるから。
I'll be waiting for you.
ずっと待ってるから。
I'll be waiting forever and ever.
必ず迎えに来てね。
So come for me, okay?
約束。
Promise? The world of 2034 begins to move.
そんなわけだから冠城、あれを準備して。空、つぐみたちを呼んできて。
So I guess the implication is that the content, the deciphering of the inscription is instructions on how to do what you should do to summon Blink Winkle. Okay. All right, Rio, you'll get that thing ready. Sora, go get Tsugumi and the others.
了解。
Roger.
了解です。
Understood.
さあ、寝ぼすけども起こしに行くわよ。
And Blink Winkle drew a copy of Coco's drawing on the statues on the back of the inscription. What that means, in order to get Yu's attention, but it's there to indicate that it is someone who saw Coco's drawing who made it. Therefore, Blink Winkle made the inscription. Okay. All right, let's go wake the sleepers. So that was like the Chekhov's gun from like the very beginning of the game. We head towards the future everyone desires. And so we board the Cosmic Whale. Oh, okay. To rescue Coco and Takeshi, who are in hibernation at IVF. It served its purpose! Kind of. For everyone to survive unarmed and escape without unharmed, and escape without anyone missing. That too, but whatever.
それじゃあ出発するぞ。
Alright, let's set off. The whale's submarine starts moving slowly. "17 years have passed since then. The smell lingering in the room reminds them of the weight of those years. The paint on the hyperbaric chambers has peeled off in places, and the surface is rough. Yuharu manipulates the terminal to check the conditions inside the chambers. Coco and Takeshi are both safe. Since they're in hibernation, their body temperature is around 7 degrees Celsius, and their heart rate and breathing rate are slow, but there are no other abnormalities. The hibernation device has been operating without any trouble for these 17 years. And now the thawing process for the two chambers starts to activate. Eventually the time comes. Coco and Takeshi's bodies are now in a state where they can wake up at any moment. Coco. 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 Coco!
誰？
Who? It's me, Coco. I came to get you. Came to get me? That's right. I promised that you, didn't I?
約束
Promised?
約束
Promised?
約束
Promised? Coco rubs her eyelids and blinks repeatedly. Ah. Ah. Ah.
やっぱり
I knew it.
やっぱり来てくれたんだ
I knew you'd come for me. And then we get that CG. Coco bounces into my arms, which turned out, for some reason, was in the intro. Or is she hugging Hokuto? Despite the thought, I hug Coco back with all my
こ
might.
こねずーっと待ってたんだよ
I was waiting for you forever and ever, you know. Yeah.
ずっと待ってたんだよ
Waiting forever and ever and ever and ever. I
こ
know.
こ絶対迎えに来てくれるって信じてたの
I believe you could come get me.
どうしても会いたかったから
Because I wanted to see you.
もう一度会いたかったから
I wanted to see you one more time.
お兄ちゃんに
Oni-chan. Yeah. But Coco, I'm not your big
いいん
brother.
だよ
It's
お
okay.
兄ちゃんのいない人はお兄ちゃんっぽい人のことをお兄ちゃんって呼んでもいいんだから
Someone who doesn't have a big brother can call someone who's like a big brother. Where is that written?
ううん
Nowhere.
ココが勝手に決めちゃった
I just decided it myself. Coco releases herself from my chest. As if drawn to each other, Coco and I gaze into each other's eyes.
あれねおかしいな
Oh, that's strange.
お兄ちゃんに会ったらもっといっぱいいろんなことをお話ししようと思ってたのに
If you were here, I thought we could talk about so
な
many
んで
things.
だろ
Why is that?
ううまく言葉が出てこないや
I just can't seem to find the right words.
でも一つだけ
Oh, but there's one thing.
前に言いそびれちゃったこと今言ってもいい
Can I say something I couldn't say before?
あ
Yeah.
のね
Well,
ここね
Coco,
とびっくりすると思うけど
I think you'll be pretty surprised.
もしかしたら信じてもらえないかもしれないけど
You might not even believe
ここ
it. But
ココは
Coco は
お兄ちゃんのこと好きになってしまったみたいなのです
I think I've fallen in love with you, Oni-chan. What? My heart skips a beat. But
17
we,
年
for 17 years,
17年間
for 17 whole
こ
years,
こはお兄ちゃんのこと待ってたんだよ
I've been waiting for you all this time. Takeshi is just like laying there because he woke up too, just like watching this, being like, what is going on here?
17年前からお兄ちゃんのこと知ってたんだよ
Like, in the original game, this doesn't happen right after Coco wakes up. This happens, like, up on the surface after you... No, wait, whatever. I've known about you for 17 years, big bro, Oni-chan.
それにお兄ちゃんはずっとココのそばで見守ってくれてたじゃない
And Oni-chan's always been by my side watching over me, haven't you?
ココもずっとお兄ちゃんのことを見つめてたし
I've always been watching you too. I see, that's how it is. Coco and I have shared the same time. I must have always been by Coco's side, borrowing Takeshi's perspective.
好きになっちゃダメか
Is it okay to love you? Well, yeah.
なじゃあ決まり
Looks like it's decided.
今日からお兄ちゃんとココは恋人同士
From today, you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend, okay? What? Without waiting for a response, Coco jumps back into my arms. Well, CG hasn't changed. I hold Coco tightly. I feel a tender warmth and a slight bittersweet feeling. Hokuto's like, wait, I'm not choosing. I naturally start to cry. Just then I understand this gentle, warm, slightly bittersweet feeling of affection. It's... I guess he opens his eyes. Okay, so he was not awake listening to this. Or maybe he was just with his eyes closed. Inside me, Hokuto cries out, Dad. I step away from Coco and separate myself from Hokuto. Hokuto rushes over to Takeshi's chamber. Sara follows him.
お父さん
Oto-san. Papa.
お父さん起きてよ
Oto-san, wake up.
起きてよ
Papa, wake up.
なんだ、騒がしいな。
Geez, you guys are noisy. Takeshi abruptly wakes up.
どこだ？
Where am I?
Coco.
Where is this? He looks around, bewildered. Noticing Hokuto and Sara's faces right in front of him, Takeshi lets out a surprised cry. What?
お父さん！
Oto-san. Papa.
お前は、
Who?
お前たちは一体誰だ？
Who are you guys?
僕だよ、お父さん！
It's me. Me, Dad.
私だよ
It's me, Papa. Takeshi stares intently at Hokuto and Sara's faces. He scrutinizes their entire bodies. Squeezing his eyes shut, he pounds his forehead with his palms. Opening his eyes, he gazes distinctly at the walls of the medical room. Then, as if realizing something, he takes a sharp breath and looks at Hokuto again.
ねえ、お父さん。
Hey, Dad.
どうして無視するのパ
Why are you ignoring us, Papa?
教えてやろ
Let me explain.
う。それは、俺が、お前たちのパパさんではないからだ。
It's because I am not your dad. Guess he sits up and slowly extended his legs out of the chamber. Suddenly, Tsugumi's standing right in front of us.
よう、無事だったか。
Hey, Benwell.
パ
Baka.
つぐみ。
Tsugumi? Tsugumi's crying. Seeing her tears, Takeshi stops mid-sentence.
カバカ
Quadruple Baka.
どれだけ一体どれだけ私を待たせたのよ
How long do you think I had to wait for you? Tsugumi embraces Takeshi.
どれだけって、
How long?
その質問に答える前に、一つ聞きたいことがある。
Before I answer that question, I have something to ask you.
何よ
What is it?
俺は、どれぐらい眠ってたんだ？
How long have I been asleep?
1日か2日か？
1 day? 2 days?
まさか、1週間ってことはないよな。
Oh man, don't tell me it's been a whole week. Huh?
その反応から察するに、1週間以上なのか？
Based on that expression, over a week?
1ヶ月？
A month?
うん
3ヶ月かな。
3 months then.
嘘だろ。
You're kidding me.
じゃあ何か？俺は夏を通り越して秋まで。
What, did I sleep through summer and into fall? Tsugumi shakes their head. Takeshi looks around.
おい、ユウ！
Hey, you! Takeshi calls out to you, Aki.
私
Me?
そうだ、ユウ。今日っていつだ？
Yeah, you. What day is it today?
今日は5月7日日曜日だけど
It's Sunday, May 7th.
ゴールデンウィークの最終日よ
The last day of Golden Week.
なんだよ、脅かしやがって。
Oh man, you really scared me there.
結局あれからまだ数時間しか経ってないってことか。
So it's only been a few hours. Everyone exchanges a look and nods deeply to each other.
お父さん、驚かないでね。
Dad, don't be surprised, okay?
落ち着いて聞いてほしいの
Just keep calm and listen.
なんだよ。
What the hell?
実は
Actually,
たけしが
Takeshi,
眠ってた
you've been asleep.
時間は
And for how long?
たけしにとっては昨日のことかもしれないけど、
It might feel like it was yesterday to you,
実際過ぎた時間はですね。
but it's actually been
なんとびっくり17年よ
17 years!
10
Yeah, just the way like it's voice acted, like you Haru, like it's like such like 17 years, Takeshi.
17年！
You Takeshi's shout echoes against the sea floor. Then everyone boards the whale and heads towards the surface. After 17 years, a submarine that could finally deliver hope looks proud and somehow happy. Afterward, Takeshi never fully accepts that he had slept for 17 years. No matter how much we explain it to him, it's useless. Oh, he can't believe that Hokuto and Sara are his real children. That's understandable. Is that a new Hokuto sprite? For Takeshi, yesterday is 17 years ago. Walking out to the next day to find out he has two 16-year-old kids is just too much to take in. Coco and Pee-Pee run around the monument in the sunlight.
Ohayo! Takepyeon!
Good morning, Takepyeon. Coco waves to Takeshi.
ああ、おはよう、ココ。
Hey, good morning, Coco.
なんだ、すっかり元気になったみたいじゃないか。
Wow, you look completely recovered.
痛いとこどこもないよ。
Yep, nothing hurts at all.
そうかそうか。冬眠作戦は見事に成功したってわけだな。
Yeah, wonderful. Looks like the hibernation plan was a complete success.
よかったよかった。
I'm so glad. Coco has indeed fully recovered. Perhaps the antibodies had worked during her hibernation. In any case, what a relief.
ねえタケピョン、ポカポカだからひよこごっこやろうよ。やろうよ。
Okay, so I actually am running out of time, so I have to stop here. Whoops. No. So, I will do so. And we'll stop just before the end. Okay. And then see how far I got in the CGs, because we do have some new ones now. Okay. So we got all the way up to the... all the way up... Okay, these are... what's... put these on the screen. And this will be next. Oh, the one in the thumbnail will be next. And then we'll have two more, because there's another route, yes. Those are the BW route CGs. Okay. So, that's it for now. We're definitely going to finish this in the next recording. Definitely. Because we only got, like, a few lines. Well, I'll finish the Coco route. Again, there's another... like, if you look at the clear list, right, there's something middle right. Bottom right, that's U bad ending. Right? U route bad ending. But there's something in the middle right there that we don't have yet. Other than that, it'll be done. Okay.